Hello, everyone. I'm still trying to process what's going on in Pennsylvania because this is one of the most disturbing cases I've ever came across. And it was happening in plain sight. This case involves Jonathan Gerlach from Everett, Pennsylvania. And what's messing with me is that on the surface, he didn't look like what you think he would imagine when you hear what he's accused of. People who knew him and knew of him, who saw him around, have described him as someone who seemed normal, likable, just a person living life, not someone you'd ever connect to something this dark. And yes, he worked at Hot Topic years ago, a mall job, a store teens hang out in, a place that feels ordinary, which makes this feel even more unreal because it's the reminder that someone can blend in and still be capable of something horrifying. According to court records and law enforcement findings, Jonathan Gerlach is accused of grave robbing. Not odd behavior, not internet rumors, grave robbing. Investigators allege he stole over 100 human bones taken from graves and from mausoleums, those above ground burial structures and cemeteries. And the timeline is what really hits hard. Authorities say this activity happened between November 7th of 2025 and January 6th of this year. Weeks, not years. According to investigators, the remains weren't just out there. They say bones were found in the basement of his home and at other locations connected to him. So when you hear over 100 bones, understand that investigators say these were recovered, not just suspected. Now, I want to show you this because this is where my disbelief turns into anger. This is a post from a Facebook group called Oddities, Curiosities, and Peculiar Antiques. And you can see it clearly. The name is visible in the screenshot. It says DM to claim. That's what's chilling. It's casual. Just like every day, like, hey, DM me and I can provide you this. No warning label, no, this is wrong, just selling like it's a pair of shoes. And according to investigators, social media was used in this case, Facebook and Instagram, in connection with the alleged sale of human remains. And I want to say this carefully. I have screenshots, messages, proof of what was being posted and how it was being discussed. I came with receipts. And if you're watching this thinking, no way, I was thinking the same thing. I'm telling you, it's documented. It's wild. This is one of the most wild cases I think I've ever covered or I've ever even read. And then you see reporting like this from CBS Philadelphia.
Over 100 human skeletons were recovered. And that's in part, at this point, we are still trying to figure out how many of those are complete and what exactly we are looking at. A separate storage locker was found to be in Mr. Gerlach's possession. That also was in Ephrata. We found there 8 more human remains. Very simply, detectives have recovered an awful lot of bones at this point, and we are still trying to piece together who they are, where they are from, and how many we are looking at, and it's going to be quite some time before we have a final answer. It is truly, in the most literal sense of the word, horrific. I grieve for those who are upset by this, who are going through it, who are trying to figure out if it is in fact their loved one or their child, because we found remains that we believe to be months-old infants among those that he had collected. Over 100 human skeletons were recovered, and that's
A horror movie come to life. And I hate that sounds like a headline because this is real life. This reporting reflects what authorities say they found more than 100 skeletons and bones connected to the accused. Now, I'm warning you, this next part is hard to even say out loud. Investigators allege that among the remains involved in this case were the bones of a 6-month-old baby, and that those bones were sold on Facebook. Now, what brings my curiosity is who is buying these bones and for what reason? As you will see listed here in the above screenshot. A baby, And I'm not going to show anything graphic or disrespectful. I'm not doing that. But I am not going to pretend this part doesn't exist either. This is why people are so shaken, because the image of a grave robber in your mind is someone lurking in the dark, someone obviously off, someone you'd spot. And I'm not trying to profile, I'm just calling it what it is. But in real life, it can be someone who seems likable, someone who had a normal job, someone who blends into everyday life. And that is exactly why this story feels like it pulls the floor out from under you. This is an active case, so I'm staying in facts and documented information. What investigators allege and confirm in records and reporting are that 100 bones were stolen, over 100 bones, and skeletal remains, grave robbing and mausoleum theft alleged, remains recovered from his basement and other connected locations, Facebook and Instagram tied into the alleged sales, and the timeline is from November 7th to January 6th. What's not publicly settled yet is the motive. Like, what is the reason in this? Is it just a hobby? Is it a way, apparently, for him to make money? Because there was also jewelry that was stolen from the gravesite, from the caskets, from the mausoleums that belonged to the deceased. What is the full scope of this? Why is this happening? And what is going to be the final court outcome? Right now, he is in jail on a $1 million bail. So whether he makes it or not, or whether he stays, we should see. This is about dignity, respect for the dead, and the sick reality that something like this could allegedly happen in plain sight. I'll keep following this case, and when more verified information is released, we will revisit it fact by fact. Because this one doesn't leave you. What are your thoughts? Leave your comments below, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. I'm your host, Lisa, and until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and take care.